Yeah.
Hey yo, man, it's your time. Man, fuck poverty. Get this money, man. The fuck you gotta do, you know what I'm saying?
I can tell you're mad at me just by how your face look.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Phil and Leroy the Judgmental Podcast.
What's up, everybody? This is Phil.
And I'm Leroy. So what's going on, Phil?
Nothing, same old, same old.
Well, before we start, me and the judgmental community is upset at you
Why is that?
because you had a Philip food story and you didn't tell us that you had a food story. You just had one into it about the food story,
What story?
about the winery and the Brian Night concert.
It's not really a story.
Okay. So is any other food stories you got in the stash?
I mean, not really. I mean, the food, they had a bullshit menu and the food was kind of pricey. Like I told you how much we spent, you know what I mean,
Yes.
on that. So it was like appetizers came to $100. two drinks and some and what, like 3 appetizers?
That's Center City. That's what Center City gets you.
I guess.
And another thing before I continue, I pulled the Philip too, by the way. Philip is when you get bad service or something go on and you call or email and let the manufacturer know. So I'm gonna give a shout out to the company Brio. Now I had bought this Brio Brio, and I bought this beard and body trimmer. I bought it. I think it was last year. I know I was home when I bought it, so I'm using it and everything. Then, like a couple of weeks ago, it just stopped working. So I had emailed the company, and they were telling me the steps that how to fix it, whatever. And well, the steps they told me it didn't work. So they had sent me a new one right away, like quick, fast, in a hurry. And what was funny was, I'm asking them questions, they're answering it, and at the end they say, "Well, anything else you want me to help you with?" And I say, "Yeah, is the Sixers going to win in this game today?" And so they start talking about the game or whatever. So we was
Oh,
going back and
shit.
forth about that. So I had told him that I had a podcast and I give him a shout out. I didn't get paid for this, and it's not a paid sponsorship, anything like that. So I want to give a shout out to Brio, Brio. The shaver I have is the beard and body shaver. The email is brio4life.com, Brio Brio numeral 4 life life.com, like NWO back in the day. So let me give a shout out to them. Again, I wasn't paid for this.
It sounds like you are
No, I didn't get paid
giving
for
all
this.
that extra information.
I didn't get-
How's the shaver?
Oh, I like it. That's why I emailed them. I emailed them when it had broke down.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it.
I bought the mini Norelco. I had that one for a couple years now. I really like that one. It's sharp. I ain't had to mess with the blades or nothing. Clean you right up.
Yep. Same here. I never used the body trim part. I only use it for the beard.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how it works with the body to shave your chest hair or anything like that. So yes, Philip, the day was the day. May 1st, 2022 was the 40, I think it's the 47th or 40, whatever. It's in the 40s. Broad Street one. And so it was hot as shit too this morning too.
It was warm.
Yeah, so it was way more people this year than it was last year. And when I got to the parking lot, I had no problems getting into the parking lot, the sports complex parking lot. I had no problems getting to the sports parking lot last year. This year, it was bumper to bumper traffic just to get in there. And I parked at the Wells Fargo. So I got on the Broad Street line, and that thing was chest to chest in there, chest to chest.
They had their mask on?
No, it was like COVID central. I had my mask, well, because on the paper it say, you can park at such and such place, and they
Mm-hmm.
say when you catch the Broad Street line, make sure you have a mask on. So I had my mask. I put my
Mm-hmm.
mask on, and I was like the one. It was like me and another lady was like the people that was close to me.
Mm-hmm.
We were the only two that had on masks.
That's how we are when we go to markets and restaurants around here and stuff. We look like we the only ones with masks on.
Yep. So I got there, and I got there around the race started at 8 o'clock. I think I got there around a quarter after 7. So I walked around a bit. Then I waited for the bathroom. Waiting for the bathroom, that was like 40 minutes right there. By the time I was done, then the race had started. And
Mm-hmm.
not email, text your mom and asked her it was somebody there in front of your mom's door. I don't know if it looked like her, and I was waving to her. And the person's like looking at me like, is they were looking waving at me?
My mom new house or the
The new
other
house.
house.
The new house. She's still
Okay.
on Broad Street, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, it looked like that was her sitting outside. Well, somebody that was there I was waving to. And they were sitting there looking like who in the world is that waving to me?
This even Sharetta and my mom live together over there.
Yeah, it wasn't your aunt.
So it's probably
See,
my mom.
she's like the last house before you get to Broad Street, but it's like it's far, because it's the last house, then it's the alleyway, then it's that bar there that wraps around.
Right. Right.
So it makes it like a long, like
Mm-hmm.
you can't really see the corner. You can see the
Mm-hmm.
corner, but you can't really see it. So text her and ask her, was somebody waving to her this morning during the Broad Street run? That was me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the funny thing is, my time last year and my time this year was almost identical. And last year I had stopped. I had stopped and got a drink of water. And this year I didn't. This year I just ran straight through, and the time was exactly the same.
Mm.
So at the
How
end,
hold on. How long is the run?
it's 10 miles.
10 miles.
Yeah. Why you thinking about joining in?
Yeah, I can't do 10 miles.
You go. Why? Who
I'll
said you can't?
if I push myself, I might be able to do 4,
Uh-huh.
but I ain't doing no 10. You can forget that.
So, at the end, they give you your medal and they give you the water and the snacks and stuff. Last year they gave us a bag to put the snacks in. This
Mm-hmm.
year they didn't give us a bag. So of course, I tried to grab anything that was that was sitting there. They didn't have any granola bars.
Mm-hmm.
They have these date bars. I never tried them. Like I guess they like dried up dates.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't try it. And they had you know those tasty cake cookie bars.
Mm-hmm.
They had those. They
I
had
like those too.
pretzels, and they had some sort of chocolate. I don't know what's in it. I know it's chocolate, but I don't know what the bag is. I don't care what it is. I just grabbed it when I seen it. And my hands, man, I couldn't barely pick anything up of all the stuff I had in my hands. So one of the workers there, like they was emptying a box. I said, "Oh, can I see that box?" And he gave it to me, so I put the stuff in the box. And
Mm.
so yeah, it went quick this year too, because like I said, I didn't stop. So I don't know why my time is like almost identical as it was last year. I didn't stop
If
at all. But what was you about to say?
I was gonna say you must have been running faster this time if you didn't stop and you got the same time as last time you took a water break the last time.
Yeah. And shout out to everybody who ran this year. I seen y'all. Even seen the people that walked.
Was it a lot of sisters out there?
Yeah, well, see, the thing about when it comes to the blacks, it's always more women than it is men.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say these are women our age,
Mm-hmm.
old and older. The young girls are very few, but it's
Mm-hmm.
mostly yeah, women our age or older. But yes, it was a lot of women running. Matter of fact, to be honest with you, it seems like it's when it comes to just racing there in general, it seems like it's just a bunch of women and a little bit of men, regardless of the race. Because the women, see, they like to pair up and all that stuff. Oh, hey, let's get into this and let's run
Running their little
together.
groups and stuff.
Yeah. And ain't no man running in groups, anything like that. Because I'm not running a group with no dude anyway. Because I'm gonna leave you. So I wouldn't be running no group.
It's funny because when we used to do the PT test in the military, it was the same way. You be sitting there with your buddies talking to them and stuff. As soon as that race going, man, they'll smoke you or you'll smoke them. Ain't no buddy, hang on. And when they start pulling away, they'll motivate you a little bit and be like, all right, come on, man, you slacking, pick it up. But they don't stop, they stride while they doing that. They just keep on going till they, oh well, and then left your ass.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing you know, they coming back around and you like, oh shit.
Yeah, so I seen a couple of people on stretchers, and no, they were like, I guess I would think it's more like foot problems because they were up, talking or whatever, but they were in a gurney, and I seen this lady was about to fall out. She was an older lady. She was by the water station.
Black?
White. She was by the water station, and they have the water station and they have the trash can that nobody use because they just throw the water on the ground anyway. So she was by the water talking to I guess one of the workers there, and they're just like sitting there talking or whatever. I see them talking as I'm going up close, and then when I get there, she's like all wobbling and all that stuff on the trash, and he's like holding her up. It's like, "Is you okay? Are you okay? Are you all right?" And I look back and see if she fell or anything. It was somebody trying to help her. But I don't know. But it was a lot of police and all that stuff outside and everything. Yeah, well, shout out to everybody who ran, who got up this morning and ran. And first of all, give a shout out to people who trained, exercise, or whatever the hell you want to call it.
What time did it start?
8:00.
Okay.
And shout out to people who ran and finished the race and accomplished the goal. See you in 2024 because I don't think I'm doing this next year.
Why not?
I just don't feel like it. If I run the race,
mean you got a whole year and you already don't feel like it?
Well, I'll think about it. But I would rather do the Philadelphia half marathon. The half marathon is 13 miles. I think I might will run that next year. Of course, I'm only doing one of these a year. It's either this or the other.
Go for it, man. Do both.
No. I think they did the Philadelphia Marathon this year already. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was in February or March. I'm not sure. Yeah, well, shout out to everybody that ran. Well, Philip, we're going to talk about the NFL draft. And the Tennessee Titans wide receiver A.J. Brown. I'm sorry. Let me stop. The Philadelphia Eagles traded for Tennessee Titans wide receiver A.J. Brown for the 18th overall pick, as well as one of their third round picks. That was 101 of the overall pick. Now A.J. Brown is 6'1", 226 pounds. Last year he had 63 receptions, 869 yards, and 5 TDs. Now on paper, that doesn't really look that good. But to me, that's impressive because their offense is built on a running back. And the damn running back had 900, and I think he had 937 yards in 8 games. So that's telling us that that's a run-heavy offense. And
I think he only played 12 games, I believe.
I thought it was 8.
I'm the receiver?
No. I'm talking about Derrick Henry. I'm sorry.
No. I'm talking about the receiver. So I think he only played 12 games last year.
But see, on paper, that stat doesn't look impressive. But to me, it is because, that's just a run-heavy offense.
Right. It's a run-heavy offense. And plus, it's only his third year. And in the 3 years, he's been one of the top scoring receivers in football.
Right. As Philip said, he's 24 years old. I don't know when he turned 25. I'm not sure. So, Phil, before we get into the draft picks, what is your thoughts on this trade, and what are your thoughts on A.J. Brown?
I like A.J. Brown since he came in the league because he's strong. I like those strong type dudes, not no little guy, but a big guy that's strong because those strong guys break tackles, and he got excellent hands so he can catch. So he's just what we needed to complement Devontae Smith. You know what I mean? I like that. because I wanted and before I go any farther, I want to give Howie Roseman an A for the draft because I know you always
Wait a
dogging
minute,
him.
wait a minute. We will do the draft and everything. I give
Well,
him props.
so we just talking about AJ Brown right now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I like him as far as like the young receivers in the league. He's one of the top 10.
Okay. Yeah, I think that was a good pick. They had to sign him. Is it 5 years for $100 million?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, five with the they don't call it signing bonus anymore. They just call it guaranteed, 57 million guaranteed. Not a bad pick at all. And it's like you're going to have to pick your poison. You want to double team AJ, Devontae going to be open. You want to double team Devontae, AJ going to be open. So I just can't wait to see how this offense is going to look with AJ and Devontae as the two number one, number two wide receivers.
Right, and we still got the tight end.
Yeah.
Now, who's in the slot?
Watkins.
Wes Watkins. He's a burner. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I don't think Rieger's going to be here. And they said that they weren't trying to trade him, but I think they're going to wind up cutting him. Trading him will look better because you can't say, well, look, you wasted that pick, than just cutting him. And
it's hard to trade. It's hard to trade somebody when nobody want them. You don't got no value right now.
And I say the same thing about JJ Whiteside Ortega. Now they're going to
our future backup tight end.
But how? Because the other guy, what's he, 6'5", 6'6", that they high on? The one that got hurt, what's his name?
I forget his name. I think we got like 3 tight ends already.
That's what I mean. And one of them ain't gonna make it, and I think it's gonna be JJ.
Mm-hmm. Probably. I would with Rieger, I wouldn't cut him. I would try to trade him. If I can't trade him, I would just let him run out his rookie contract, and then you know what I mean. That'd be that. Right? He can get out there on special teams and some shit like that. I wouldn't have him on the field.
Now let's go into the draft. Now I'm only going to do 3 rounds because you said the later picks.
Yeah.
I'm only going to do the 3, the first, the second, and third round. So we got the first round, pick 13, Jordan Davis. What's defensive tackle? I'm sorry. Davis is a monstrous interior defender with a 7. Oh, this is from NFL.com. Davis is a monstrous interior defender with exceptional run-stopping skills. He occupies multiple blockings at the point of attack and can completely eliminate the running game as a one-man wrecking crew at the line of scrimmage. Philip, what's your thoughts on this first pick, Jordan Davis?
I like him. He's a monster. Like, the dude is like 6'6", 340. And they was talking about how fast he did at the combine in his 40 time. Mm-hmm. He was faster than Pat Mahomes, faster than Jameis Winston, and faster than Baker Mayfield. Not saying like those guys are fast, but they're still smaller than their quarterback. So they should be able to run faster than a 340-pound dude. Right. You know what I mean? But he was faster than all of them. And he's like super strong. So it was a good pick. I didn't think we needed a defensive tackle right now. And if you go back to like our draft preview when we was talking about people, you see who I wanted us to get in the first round.
Right. Yeah, they should have got that Hamilton, who went number 14 to the Ravens. Ravens, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's who I feel as though they should have picked. Like, the defensive line was fine to me.
Right.
I mean, they were. Go ahead.
I think they're looking for the future, and I think they're going to let Fletcher Cox play his last year, and then they're going to slide this guy in as the starter and get rid of Fletcher, because Fletcher Cox makes a lot of money. You know what I mean? He just got cut and then re-signed for lesser money, but it's still a lot of money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they brought him back for a 1-year deal, pretty much to just groom the young boy, I guess.
Mm-hmm. So the next pick we have, that's the second round pick. We have pick 19 in the second round. That's 51 overall, Cam Jurgens. He's a offensive center. And NFL.com says, as an explosive athlete with quick feet and outstanding body control, Jurgens is a high ideal fit for a zone-based scheme that prefers a mobile pivot on the front line. Philip, what are you thinking about this second round pick, Cam Jurgens?
Cam Jurgens is I think he was rated, and that was a good thing about the draft because the 3 picks that we got, they all was either first or second in their position coming out. You know what I mean? You can't go wrong when you get players like that. So I think this center was the second best center that came out in the draft. You know what I mean? So I'm cool with that because Kelsey's ready to retire. You know what I mean?
Now, here's a question for you. Do you think they talked Kelsey into playing another year?
Yeah.
Just so they can do this, just so they can bring a guy in and try to see.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, now what
because
about?
He's been talking about retiring for like the last 2 or 3 years, and I think he retired and came out of retirement. So they definitely talked to him.
Now
Said,
what
look,
about?
we're gonna take it easy on you. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna have to play every down and just school our young boy like on that type tip.
All right, now what about the going back to the first round pick? Now, what do you think that Fletcher Cox? They told Fletcher Cox the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Because I think Fletcher Cox is on a 1-year deal, and I think Kelsey only came back for 1 more year. So that's what I'm saying. Like when these guys come back like that for just 1 year, they could have signed a longer contract with another team.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they probably just come back just to groom our young guys. That's it. See what they can do in the because they're gonna have they're gonna be on the rotation. Well, I don't know about the center because a lot of times you don't throw like a rookie offensive lineman right in the fire like that. But with the defensive line, they're going to be rotating the young guy in on a lot of plays.
Right. And for the final third round pick, 1983 overall. Now how do you pronounce his name? First name?
Nicolby.
All right. Nicolby Dean, linebacker Nicolby Dean. NFL.com says Dean is a high IQ player with outstanding diagnostic skills, a read and react defender with anticipation and awareness that coordinators, COVID, and green dot wears. Now he has injuries, right? That's why he went to the third round.
There was minor injuries, but I think more is a combination of both. I think it's a combination of the injuries and the fact that his weight he's light in the pants. You know what I mean? Okay. Because you just said AJ Brown was 226. Well, here you got a linebacker that's 225. Mm-hmm. No linebacker should be lighter than the receiver of the team. You know what I mean?
Right. So, what's your thoughts on this pick?
Well, he won the Buckus Award as the best linebacker in college. You know what I mean? So that tell you right there, he's a beast. He's fast, real fast. He can catch. I love a linebacker that can catch. Like when we first started talking about the draft, and I gave you like 5 players. He was my number 1 guy that I wanted us to get. So I wanted us to get him or the safety, but that's who I wanted. I wanted him or the safety because I know we couldn't get both. It would be a miracle we could have got both, and we could have this year because the Eagles fucked up. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Well, they didn't fuck up, but they didn't have to grab that center in the second round. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, go ahead.
But yeah, Dean is a monster. Like he can read offensive real quick. I watched a lot of highlight plays of him because Mike was over and he never heard of him, so I had to show him like how good the dude was. So he's a monster. You know what I mean? All he got to do, he got to gain weight, but I think he's a day 1 starter.
Okay. Now, yes, as Philip said, I'll give Howie Roseman his props. I don't know if he got some type of magical powers or something for these teams to give up. First of all, we're going to start with New Orleans. New Orleans gave up their first round draft pick to next season with a new coach. Your quarterback situation is not, I won't say it's iffy, but is a little shaky there. With a new damn coach. And that team that pick can be almost like a top 5 pick next season.
Mm-hmm.
And they pretty much got it for nothing.
Yep.
And now, go ahead.
I was going to say, I was on a message board when Tennessee made the trade, and man, those Tennessee fans couldn't believe what happened. They was all saying they got robbed and this and that, and like every time we make those trades, like they like to trade for Carson Wentz for a first round pick. People was like, how did he pull that off?
Right. And like Philip said, now and then in the draft, they get a top wide receiver, a top big wide receiver as well for just what their 18th pick, which they already had 2 picks anyway in the first round, and a
Mm-hmm.
third round pick. So they had 2 third round picks. They had 2 third round picks. They had 2 first round picks and 2 third round picks. They just gave them up. Now they only had 1 first round and 1 third round. Like, what type
Right.
of magical powers does this guy have?
Well, see, that's his thing. He loads up on draft pick, even if it's third rounds and fourth rounds and all that shit. He loads up on a lot of picks, and then that way he can package them in and make deals. And it's been working for him lately. And like you said, he had some shitty ass drafts, but I think lately he's been all right. When you sent me that thing that was like it was either hit or miss with Howie, it was like that. But lately he's been all right.
Mhm. So yeah, I give him props on this draft. I would rather have that safety Hamilton. I'd rather have the safety, but with Davis, you really can't go wrong neither. But like you said, they really didn't need him, but you can't really go wrong with him.
Right.
So yeah, I give him props. I give him props, and I give him props as magical powers to be making these deals like this for these teams. I don't know. Somebody must have been drunk, or he must have pictures of somebody in it that Saints organization. Like, look, I won't I won't release this unless you give me that first round draft pick.
Well, in the second round, Dean was on the board, and I was like, man, Chick was texting like the whole time, and he was like, yeah, your bull out there, man, we can get him, we can get him. And then when we didn't, no, he said we couldn't get him because this was the second round, and then I think we had the 19th pick in the second round, which was equal up to like 50 or something. He was like, man, he
Mhm.
gonna be long gone. Mel Kiper and everybody got him as rated as the highest player available on the board right now. You think he's gonna pass around for 19? I said, I don't know, man. These drafts be crazy like that. He already felt like this, so who knows? But Chick was saying there's a lot of teams that could use a linebacker, this and that. So then when he was still there and we didn't get him, I was like, oh my God, we grabbed the center. What is going on? You know what I mean? Then the third round rolled around. Chick was like, yo, your boy's still out there. I said, man, they ain't gonna get him. You know what I mean? Something going on that somebody gonna snatch him up because now he in the third round. That's a value pick right there. You can get a starter in the third round. And lo
Mhm.
and behold, he was still sitting there.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how the offense is going to look next season. I'm excited to see. I want to see how these 2 wide receivers is going to work. So and they have a good tight end. So there's really no excuse for Hurts passing the football. Well, I ain't really give him excuses anyway. That's more of his problems was more of a coaching thing. Because like we said,
Right. I don't
like we said
go ahead.
before, it's almost like every week they'll just like focus on one guy. Like, look, we'll focus on Rieger this week.
Mm-hmm.
We'll focus on the tight end this week, and that's who would Hurts would throw it to. Because like I said before, when we was watching the games, that when he would go back, he never scanned the field. He would just only look at the person that he's going to throw it to. He
Right. So
never
I
like
think
looked
that was
around.
more. I think that was more of the coaches making them say like, "Look, we got to see what Rieger got," because there's no way Rieger showed you anything to say like this going to be his week to get all the targets. But that's
Right.
how they played.
Hmm. So I don't think Hurts was the problem. And
I
hopefully they can open up that offense so where he
right.
can look around. What was you about to say?
I was going to say I don't think they believed in Hurts, so they was trying to get him to focus on certain players just so they can see what those players look like, regardless of what Hurts was doing. Because
Mm.
I felt like they wanted to just lose anyway, not really going to win. But then we started putting wins together. It was hard to this ain't like the NBA where you can just lose on purpose. Like you
Right.
got to really be messing up like that, and he wasn't messing up like that. The only thing I knock on him is they made us into a pass heavy offense where when we run the ball, it opens up the pass, and I don't understand why they don't realize that. The games that we ran the ball, we was kicking ass. We get away from the run early because Miles Sanders is a good running back, and he couldn't even get carries sometimes.
Yep. That's what that New Orleans pick. If it's a top pick, first of all, I think if Jalen Hurts do well, and let's just say New Orleans, let's just say it's a top 8. Let's just say it's a top 10 pick. It's a top 10 pick. They're gonna trade that pick. But if Hurts doesn't do well, and let's just say again that New Orleans pick is a top 10, they're gonna get a quarterback. They're
Yeah,
going to
and I
draft the
think they
quarterback.
should because I was all for like the doctor I work with. He was saying that Jalen Hurts shouldn't have been our starter last year. I'm like, no, you drafted him, see what he got, and then I said, and if he played good, you should let him run it back the next year. But he didn't agree with that method. So he's saying there's a lot of quarterbacks coming out next year. We should get one. Well, the guy Willis was the best quarterback on the board, and he fell real deep in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
His only flaw was that he went to Liberty. This dude's got a strong arm. He's big, so I don't know why he fall like that.
Well, yeah, you're right. They said that this wasn't a good year for quarterbacks. They said next year is supposed to be a good year for quarterbacks.
Right.
And
So I was gonna say, Pickett got drafted before him, but ain't nobody have Pickett rated higher than him. So I don't even understand that one.
well, Philip, ESPN says that 76ers Joel Embiid could return from injuries as soon as Game 3 or Game 4. There's optimism. Philadelphia 76ers star Joel Embiid could return as soon as Game 3 or 4 of the Eastern Conference semifinals against the Miami Heat, sources told ESPN on Sunday. Embiid will not travel for Games 1 and 2 because of an orbital fracture and concussion. That concussion was new. I ain't knew he had a concussion. I just heard that he had an orbital fracture. But a reevaluation on Wednesday can clear the way for his return when the series shifts to Philadelphia on Friday, sources said. There's an expectation that Embiid will clear protocols for the concussion soon, sources said. He'll need to be cleared to play with the facial injury, presumably with a protective mask. Embiid was already playing with a torn ligament in his right thumb, suffered the orbital fracture in the final minutes of the Sixers' Game 6 victory over the Toronto Raptors on Thursday. Now, Phil, what should Embiid even worry about even playing against Miami
Nope.
or?
Nope. I mean, like the guy is all fucked up right now. I mean,
Right.
his face is broke. His finger is fucked up. And do you want him to come back? I mean, like if y'all can win this series without him, then cool, maybe come back the next series. But
Mm-hmm.
if y'all go down in this series, let's say y'all go down, I don't know, 2-0 or whatever, don't bring him back. Let's just rust him up for next year. It is what it is. It's your coach's fault, and he's an idiot. And whenever he try to explain stuff, he makes himself look bad. Because one of the things he said when they asked him was, "Why did you still have all the starters in?" He said, "Well, Toronto had all their starters in. Who gives a shit what they got in? You're up 30. The question is about you. You take your
Yes.
starters out."
Mm-hmm.
And then he made the excuse, "Well, I was going to call timeout and take him out before he got his face cracked." No, you should have been took him out. Don't try to piggyback that now and say you was about to.
Now, is he still in the running for the Lakers job?
Who? Doc?
Doc.
I don't think so. I think the Lakers are looking at Toronto's coach.
Okay. Well, that's what they said that he was in the running. I don't see Doc Rivers is very lucky. He's very lucky for the teams that he had to coach, and
Mm,
he always coached good teams. What? Okay, we had Boston, we had the Clippers,
Boston, the first super team.
right? The Clippers and the
The
Sixers. That's
Clippers
it.
was loaded.
That's it, right? Those three. Those are only three teams he coached for: the Sixers, the Clippers, and the Celtics, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
So he coached three.
No, Orlando, right?
Oh, I'm not sure.
I think he
Orlando.
said Orlando because he was talking about all these players was hurt or whatever.
Now, what Orlando was this?
Um, I'm not sure. Let me look it up real quick. Go ahead, keep talking.
Yeah, but he's extremely lucky for the teams he coached. I don't see anything in him that make him a sought after coach. I'm sorry, but that's just me.
I think Doc Rivers is a good coach, but he should be like an assistant coach, not a head coach.
Right, and no one gives him shit, but they give Steve Nash shit for the Brooklyn Nets. And his team, like they only played like what 19 games together.
Mm-hmm.
So you have Kyrie couldn't play. You have Kevin Durant who was hurt, and Harden got traded. So
All
like,
right, so
go ahead.
here you go. He was Orlando's coach from 99 to 2003.
Okay,
And
this was the White Howard years.
This was in 2000. He won Coach of the Year with Orlando. Despite being picked to finish last in that year's standings, Rivers led them to the playoffs.
Who was on that team?
Grant Hill and Tracy McGrady.
Okay, so Dwight Howard wasn't there. I guess that's too. I guess that's he's there later. Okay, so he made the playoffs his third year. You said
2000 and second year.
Okay, his second year. Okay, then after that he went to the Celtics.
Celtics, yep.
Okay, now they won a championship there. Then he went.
But he choked away a 3-1 lead with Orlando, and then his reason why was my guys was hurt in 2 of those games or something.
Mm-hmm. So then he went to the Celtics. Then he went to Clippers. Like you said, the Clippers was loaded and they never went anywhere.
Uh-huh.
Now he come here and he blew he damn near almost blew a lead here with the series against Toronto. So yeah, I don't know what you about to say.
He got a bad rep in Orlando because it said Magic made the postseason in his next 3 years as the head coach, but he was fired in 2003 after starting off 1-10.
Goodness gracious!
Damn, if he had 3 years in a row of making the playoffs, give him a chance. I mean, that is shitty 1-10, right. But they ain't a reason to fire the guy.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm with Phil, but I don't think that Embiid should even bother. Like they're not going anywhere. If they lose to Miami, they're gonna lose to even Milwaukee or the Celtics. They're not beating them with Harden and Embiid. I'm sorry. And
it's messed up because I think this is like the 4th year in a row in the playoffs, and Embiid had the issues, either bubble guts or injury. And last year he was hurt and he played through injuries, but he set a record with like 36 turnovers, and they said, well, he was playing hurt. Like every time when he stink up the joint, is he was playing hurt. But when he dropping 40 and 15 rebounds and 36, nobody say, yeah, he was playing hurt, but he got that. You know what I mean? So you can't pick and choose. If he can score 30 points and grab 15 rebounds hurt, then when he stink it up, he got to catch the blame for that too.
Well, that was the shit that Philadelphia's most hated Ben Simmons was saying. Like, I never talked about you getting sick and all that stuff during the playoffs, but you want to criticize me?
Mm-hmm. Well, remember when that 1 year Ben Simmons was hurt, we got swept in the playoffs with Embiid.
Mm-hmm.
And he had 36 turnovers that one series.
Right.
And this year him and Harden is fighting for the who gonna have the most turnovers again. Them turnovers is why you lose games. You can't have so many turnovers from your superstars like that.
Right. Now, we didn't talk about the season finale of Snowfall, did we?
No.
Yeah, so how did you like it?
I thought it was good and bad. Gotta refresh my memory. This is when I didn't like how, and they do this on all TV shows. Nobody got security cameras. Nobody have no type of type-notch security. Just people just come and go through their crib.
Yeah.
So like,
pause. Who house was that?
That's his crib.
That was Franklin's crib.
Remember, what's the name with the Franklin's crib? That's how he got all his information. What's the white guy name?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. The agent.
Yeah, well, he went to Franklin crib the first time. Remember, he was taking all the pictures. That's the same house. He took all those pictures to get those account information so he can take all his money out of those accounts.
But see, I thought that it was a condo. But when they was breaking in that house, it was a house.
No, that was Franklin crib. It was the same John. Because I remember when they showed on the street. So he went back there to kill Franklin the second time. The first time he went there just to get the information. Second time he went there to kill him. But then the other guy was already in the house going through the safe and shit.
Right.
And that's what I mean. Like, you got all this money, you got a safe, but you got no security, no gated community, nothing. Anybody can just come and go in your crib.
And here's a question. Something probably happened to it. I don't remember. But remember when Franklin had that house in the cut that nobody knew where it was at? Mm-hmm. What happened to that house?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was a big ass house that nobody knew where it was at, that he lived there. and it just like was disappeared. I don't know what happened. Somebody might have caught a fire or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
don't know.
now go ahead. Now what else you
And then with the aunt, like, okay, so Franklin and his aunt beefing or whatever. She don't tell none of her guys, yo, don't let Franklin come around. That's the first thing you do. If you stop fucking with somebody, you tell everybody, yo, this person ain't cool no more. He ain't rolling with us.
right.
So Franklin just go right to, he got him and the two hit chicks with him. He just go
Mm-hmm.
right up in there and steal her shit. Now he got like a little ass car, but when he opened her thing up and she got all his money and drugs, there's no way that stuff can fit. He's supposed to have a U-Haul truck. So that was kind of stupid how they showed that. Next thing you know, he cleaned them out.
Right. And what did you like?
They killed. Well, I thought it was cool that, and I knew he was going to do that. I knew he was going to sick them goons on the streets on his aunt because
Mm-hmm.
she started that shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
So he went right there and was like, you know what I mean? She did it.
Yeah.
So that was pretty much a war between them. But it was fucked up because the white boy took all Franklin bread. Like, why you couldn't just let Franklin walk away?
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? And then
Mm-hmm.
on top, and then when Franklin took, now he's messed up because those drugs that she had, he's supposed to get the money from that.
Right.
So Franklin pretty much stung you in the ass the same way you got him in the ass.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So
And then
yeah.
they killed our boy Javi. It's
Uh-huh.
kind of fucked up. He shouldn't have gave no information. Dude talking about all my family, whatever. No, you can't believe nobody like that. And these stories are so crazy. So Franklin mom is in Cuba and she becomes friends with the KGB. That's crazy, right, in itself.
Right. Right.
That don't even make sense.
Right.
And
So
they got a Hispanic guy as a KGB agent. Okay.
is the dad dead or
Franklin dad?
yeah?
Yeah, I think he's dead.
Yeah, okay.
And I think, and I was telling Shay when it happened, I said, I think, even though they don't say it, I think the mom set it up because the mom left him there and left the door unlocked.
Yeah.
And then the bull
Mm-hmm.
just came in, you know what I mean? It was a pop. And then she didn't all freak out and all this stuff like she knew what it was.
Now, what kind of interaction is a black woman from LA and a Colombian KGB KGB
That's
agent?
what I'm saying.
What they go?
Like it's first off, there's no way y'all we didn't have a conversation in Colombia. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then even if he was like, first of all, it's going to be a language barrier because you're not going to find a KGB dude speaking proper English like that and conversating with a black lady in a damn coffee shop.
Right.
It's just like some shitty writing. And I kept trying to figure out who is this guy because he's not with
Yes.
the guy. And here he KGB. I ain't heard KGB since damn the Russian Rocky versus the Russian and shit. Or remember back in the day what was the Russian guy in WWF? And he always had like the little KGB thing going on.
Not Nikolai Volkov. Not Crusher
He
Khrushchev.
was cornball.
Mm-hmm.
He was a WWF. He was a cornball dude.
Anything else you watched?
Not really. I tried to watch this movie twice. It's called like Let the Devil In or something like that. It got a lot of low key black actors in it. Omar Epps is like the star. Movie is stupid as shit, but I gotta finish it.
What is it? A gangster movie or?
Omar Epps is getting out of like rehab from drinking too much. And what's the bull from what's the one we watch with the bull with the taco truck? I always forget the name of that show.
Kev Mitchell was his last name.
Yeah, well, you know
Easy
the drug. Right. No, I'm just talking about the show. You know the drug lord / politician on the show. The dad. I mean, not the dad, but he's like
the
he's
pizza
like the
shop.
yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Well, he's Omar Epps' brother, and then there's another dude in there that's Omar Epps' brother too. You saw him in the movie before. There's a lot of like actors that you've seen before, but Omar Epps is he's like a recovering alcoholic. His brother hang out at the barbershop with these two crazy dudes. I can't remember what I seen the white boy in, but he's a crazy white boy. Well, anyway, they run up in a house, like a home invasion, and they kill everybody except the kid. I think the kid might have ran upstairs and hid. So they rob the house or whatever. He takes a binder of like collector cards, and and gives it to Omar Epps. Well, he had it at his house, and Omar Epps came. Omar Epps was at the house. And he's like, "Oh shit, you found out that old card collection, huh?" So he's going through the page looking at like, "Oh, I guess the rookie cards or whatever."
Mm-hmm.
Then the next day on the news, he see like it was a home invasion on the news, and all these people was killed except the son. And they talking to the son. He was like, "Yeah, my dad, you know what I mean?" And they stole my card collection. I'm like, "Oh shit!" So that's when Omar Epps was like, "Oh shit, my brother had it." So then he goes to his brother like, "Yo, what the fuck? Where you get them cards from? This and that." So he like, "Yeah, some crackheads sold it at the barbershop." So he like, "Man, that's bullshit, because you know them two dudes you running with at the barbershop, they be into some shit." So here Omar Epps get a burner phone, calls the cops and make an anonymous tip. To snitch on the two dudes at the barbershop. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They get in there, his brother get all caught up in the mix and shit. It's a crazy ass story. Mike said he liked it. I put it on late twice, so I said I gotta finish it.
Anything else?
Trying to think. Nothing I can think of. I've been watching Atlanta. That shit been all over the place. So.
I like it.
About.
It's been some hell of a writing on that show. The reparation episode was good, and the one last week with the mom, the Trinidadian lady taking care of the kid. Yeah.
See, I don't like it.
But see, you gotta look at the shit they talking about.
No, I see the stories that they're trying to show us in the situations. I see that. But when I look at the show, I just like it how it was before. It was like just 4 buddies or 3 buddies, whatever, hanging out, just trying to do shit. You know what I mean? So it's deeper now, and I ain't really in for the deep shit. I just want to see a chill show.
That reparation episode, I looked at that around about 3 times. That was some funny shit. And okay, the last one, I
didn't see the last one.
No, you saw the last one with the Trinidadian people. I wasn't talking about that. No, I'm talking about the last one where those 3 was together when he did that by the block back and black. It was a little knockoff of Black Lives Matter, and the dude was like trying to break it down to him.
I remember when he was gambling and they stole his shit. They stole his money.
Yeah, yeah.
Then he got it back. Then he got it back. I didn't see. It's usually when Shay put it on, I'm like just on my phone doing shit and I'm looking up. So like when we were watching it today, I stopped it earlier. But I'll probably we'll finish it definitely.
So the one you watched today was the Trinidad name.
It started off with the white guy.
Doing what?
I don't know. He was like running around town. As soon as it started, I stopped it. I think he was jogging or something.
Oh, that's the Trinidadian episode.
Right,
I thought you saw it.
No, I didn't see that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That was one of those ones that not the three buddies as you called it.
Mm-hmm.
That was that one. Anything else?
Not really. You going to watch what's the name? You going to the matinee to see that?
Yeah, I'll probably go either Saturday or Sunday.
Well, let me know. Which one you going to?
Marple.
Marple. Is that the one I go to? That's not the one we go to.
No, that's not the one.
Oh. Let me know. I want to see that John too. I'll check it out early.
Well, boy, you missing a whole lot then. Did you see you ain't see Spider-Man?
What you mean?
Did you see Spider-Man?
Yeah, I watched Spider-Man.
Oh, okay.
Into the multiverse?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched it.
Oh, I thought you didn't see it.
No, when we talked about it, I hadn't seen it at the time. I watched it.
So you didn't watch the Batman yet, right?
No, I didn't watch Batman.
You said you're not gonna watch it because it's 3 hours long.
Yeah. I mean, I'm probably gonna watch it because I do kind of like Batman. But usually I put on movies at night and I'm in the bed trying to watch. And if I put something on 3 hours, I know I'm not gonna be able to finish it.
Well, I watched all of True Story, the Kevin Hart. You saw it all, right?
Yeah.
It was predictable because we already knew that. We already knew it was a setup. Yeah, we already knew it was a setup from the jump that he set that girl up to. Because it was like, okay, she dead, and all of a sudden he left and come back, and the body ain't even there anymore. And here's what you talk about no cameras. Now this is the Four Seasons. There's cameras everywhere. How did that girl get out there? Get out the hotel?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. On these shows, they act like nobody got no cameras. I'm like, shit, I'm a regular 9 to 5, and I got cameras around my house, and these people is rich and they got no cameras.
Right. And then they dump a body. They dump a body. Like they ain't even go like in a alleyway or nothing. It was like right on the street. They just pulled over to the side and like it's cameras everywhere. And you out here dumping the body.
Well, the very first part when he woke up and then his brother came in the room and was like, "She dead." I already knew there was some bullshit right there. Because first off, if you got a girl in the crib, why is your brother just walking in the room while y'all in there?
Right.
And then she's dead. You're not gonna go over and check her pulse for yourself? Because you tell me she dead, I'm like, no, I was just chilling with her last night. Let me go check. Maybe y'all ain't checking right or something. You know what I mean? But he don't even check.
Right.
Yeah, it was entertaining, but it was stupid.
Now, HBO has that new series. Is it We Own the City? I think it's We Own the City. You know, they're doing a TV show. You know, David Simon from The Wire. And so all the Wire people is like in it, but they like in different, you know, they like cops and like, you know, different characters. They doing a series on remember the guy that you had told me that was a cop in Baltimore, and his what was his
squad, his unit,
yeah, and they were doing that shit. That it's based on that.
Yeah, because I had talking about it looked decent. So yeah, I know what you're talking about. It ain't start yet, did it?
Yes.
Oh shit.
I looked at it, I'm like, oh shit, this is the shit that that's what made me think about it. Going in, stealing money, and now it was these three cops, the black bulls. So, oh, I'm sorry. You want me to give you this part, or it ain't the whole?
You tell me. I'll probably watch an episode tonight. How many episodes is in?
Oh, it's only one so far.
All right, so I'll probably watch tonight.
So it's not the whole show, but okay, so it's this drug dealer, and they had put a GPS device underneath his car. So they did one of those simultaneous raids, like they raided his crib and they raided where he was at, because you know they had the GPS locked on the car. So what happened was the guy said put the GPS in his car, and the drug dealer drove away. So these cops come up, since they had the GPS on his car also, they knew he wasn't home. So they came up, they masked up and did a home invasion and stole all the drugs and shit. So when the other cops had did a simultaneous raid, they raided the house, but it didn't have no drugs in there because the black cops took it. And so they like, yeah, we and the guy had called them. He's like, yeah, we in this house, but it's strange because the door looked like it's already been kicked in. And he's like, there's nothing here, and everything is like ransacked. So they caught the drug dealer in the hotel. So the guy had said, hey, look, get that GPS under the car because that's expensive. So he went under the car. It's damn 2 GPS devices in there. So the dude's like, what the fuck is this? And so they got the serial number or whatever, and got it from this cop. Well, the black dudes had like used this cop to get the GPS device for him. So he had asked about it, but now the other cops, they got the GPS device. They was like, look, well, whenever this guy come and ask for it, tell him to get it from me. But I'll just give you that. I'll just tell you that part, and there was some other stuff in there too. But
yeah, so check it out.
Yeah, so far it's a good show. That just made me think about it. I'm like, oh shit, these are the guys that Phil was telling me about the stuff that they was doing, cracking on girls and all that stuff.
Man, he used to tell me stuff all the time because we was in the same unit, and he used to tell me all these different stories. So I'm like, yo, that's crazy. And then next thing you know, he was like, yeah, it's investigation. I'm about to move back to Philly. I ain't gonna be no. And then when he said that, I said, you gonna be a Philly cop? He was like, no, man, I ain't gonna be no cop no more. I'm just gonna get a regular job. And I thought that was strange, you know what I mean? Because usually cops don't talk like that, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then he was telling me what was going on, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, so that's We Own the City. I think it's called We Own the City. So check that out as you can. Did you check the LA Lakers TV show out yet?
Still haven't watched it yet. How many episodes is it? I see a lot of stuff online about it though. Magic saying it's not real, and The owner's ready to get a lawsuit against his character, all types of shit.
Right. It's like 8 or 9. It's almost coming to an end. It's almost coming to an end, yeah. But that's good. There's this new show. Is it 61st Street about Chicago? About a guy. It's like a guy. Well, he committed a crime, but he actually it was a accident, and the cops set him up. And then there's this bad cop, and he like stealing people money or whatever and stuff like that, and working for the gangs and everything like that. It's like the third or fourth episode, and it's shaping up to be a good show.
They got a guy, Johnny Cochran.
Yeah. Oh, you seen it?
No, I just pulled it up when you said that.
Yeah, he in it. What else? I didn't see Moon Knight this week. Yeah.
I didn't watch it this week either.
And you're Married at First Sight. I didn't see the last 2 episodes because it never showed up.
Well, no, you can see the next to the last. You just can't see the last one nowhere. And I was looking online because there's a lot of people that have like the Lifetime channel, and they all upset talking about usually it's on there the next day after the air. What's going on? Somebody said a Lifetime representative was saying this is like some type of ongoing investigation or something. I guess something happened on that show. That's like reason why they can't air it, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's like somebody said something, or maybe it's a store or somebody in the video in the background that ain't supposed to be on there. Something happened. I don't know what happened, but people was talking about it on Reddit.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've been looking all over trying to find that episode. I can't find it. The only place that I found it was the Lifetime app. I did find it on there, but you have to register with like your cable company provider and all that information.
Yes,
so that's I ain't got all that shit, so I can't get that.
Yeah, that's what I used to do with my mom. That's how I used to watch shit off of HBO. I used to just use all her account information.
Well, I still got this, and I seen a lot of people saying you can see it on Hulu. So I was like, Hulu. I said, let me go because I know one of these apps you can buy Hulu for like 2 months for $1.
Right.
So I did that, and they don't have the new episode on there after I done got that joint.
And movies, I haven't really seen any movies lately, so I'm behind in movies.
Check that Omar Epps joint out.
Let the Devil In.
It's something like that. Let me see if I can find it for you. I can't. It's something about the devil. Let me see. That's probably not the name of it.
Oh, hold on. Let me see. The Devil You Know.
There you go.
Yeah, I'll check it out. And I have that Fatal Affair on my flash drive, and I never looked at it.
What is it?
Fatal Affair with him and Nia Long.
Fatal Affair?
Yes.
I don't think I watched that one either.
Yeah. Well, all right, everybody. You can reach us on Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok at P&L Judgmentals, Instagram at the2_judgmentals, or you can email us at pnljudgmentals@gmail.com.
Just by how
All
your
right.
face look, you can check the status on my level, not my Facebook. Comments on my photos, that's why I stay on the low. Most of y'all is associates, so I be on my dolo. Hold up, whoa, hold the phone. You think all I do is rap? I can do it on my own. That's why I produce the track. Don't wonder where my crew is at. They'll be back. Niggas see me walking on the block and look like who?